Welcome, my dear students. In the last class, we have completed first and second bits of third exercise. Let us continue with the third bit, that is third exercise, third bit. And here in this bit, we have to apply the theorem. By using the theorem, we should convert the given fractions, given rational numbers into decimal form. How do you convert the given numbers into decimal form? By applying the theorem. So what is the theorem? Once again, let me explain. So according to the theorem, the denominator must be expressed in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m, isn't it? So when do we get decimal form? When it is possible to convert into decimal form? So decimal fractions. So decimal fraction means 5. For example, it is 3 by 10 means it becomes a decimal. It is a decimal fraction. To get decimal fraction in the denominator, we must get either tens or hundreds, 10, 100 or 1000 or 10,000. We should get in the denominator all figures, tens, hundreds, thousand, 10,000 like. We should make the denominator. You should convert the denominator like in this form, into decimal fractions form. So let us see the first question. It is 13 by 25. So let us take the denominator. What is the exponential form of denominator? 5 square. Just now I have told you. If you want to convert into decimal fraction, the denominator must be converted into 2 power n into 5 power n. Both should be same, because to get 10, here 5 is there, isn't it? So 5 square. Generally, when do you get 10? 5 2s are 10. To get 10, 5 should be multiplied by 2, isn't it? But here, how many 5s are there? That you keep in the mind. Because the exponents must be equal. Here 5 square, exponent is 2. So therefore, you multiply and divide by 2 square. Because here 5 square is there. So multiply and divide by 2 square. So why should we divide? Why should we multiply? Actually, denominator should be converted into decimal fraction, because when you change the denominator value, the whole value changes. That's why to balance, so the numerator also should be multiplied by 2 square. So keep in the mind once again, 5 square is there 2 times, therefore 2 also should be taken 2 times, that is 2 square. Now you can, that is 13 into 2 square is 4 by 5 square into 2 square. You know that is 5 into 2 whole square, because 5 square into 2 square, both the exponents are equal. When exponents are equal, you can multiply them, and 13 4s are 52 by 5 2s are 10, that is 10 square. 10 square is 100, taken directly. Now this is a decimal fraction. Finally, we have converted the fraction into decimal fraction. So now how many zeros are there? We have 2 zeros. So we get 2 decimal places, that is 2 decimal places, that is 0.52. In the same manner, coming to question number 2, 15 by 16. First of all, find the prime factorization of 16. What is 16? That is 2 power 4. 2 2 is a 4, 2 is a 8, 2 is a 16. So 16 can be written as 2 power 4. Just now I have told you 2 is there. Now we require 5 to get decimal fraction. 2 5 is a 10. 2 should be multiplied by 5. But what is the exponent of the denominator? 4. So the same exponent you should take with 5. So multiply and divide by 5 power 4. Now you get 15 into 5 to the power of 4. 5 5 is a 25, 5 is a 125, 5 is a 625 by 2. When the exponents are equal, you can multiply the bases, because equal exponents. Yes. Now it is just multiply by 15. Find the product. 15 5 is a 75. 15 2 is a 30 plus 7, 37. 3 is left. 15 6 is a 90. Isn't it? 90 plus 3, 93. 9375 by 2 5 is a 10. We get 10 power 4. 10 power 4 means how many zeros? 4 zeros. You know that. Yes. 1 2 3 4. When the denominator is expressing in 4 zeros, so compulsory numerator should be expressed with 4 decimals. So therefore we get 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal. So here we get the point that becomes 0.9375. So my dear students, very easy concept. Practice, practice. You will become perfect. And coming to the next question, it is 23 by 2 cube into 5 square. Yes. By what number, by what fraction we have to multiply? Check properly. First of all, the greatest exponent number, 2 cube. Here it is 2 cube, isn't it? So 5 also should be expressed with the same exponent 3. But we have only 5 square. 2 is there. So we require one more. One more is missing. One more 5 is due. So therefore, you multiply and divide by 5. That is 5 power 1. 23 5s, you get 115 by 2 cube into 5 square into 5 power 1 gives us 5 cube. And finally we get 115 by, when exponents are equal, then bases should be multiplied, can be written like this. And finally 115 by 2 5s are 10, but 10 cube means 3 zeros we get. So means 3 decimal places we are going to get. 1, 2, 3. 3 decimal places, that is 0.115. And just like that, the question number 4, yes, 7 to 118 by 3 square. Actually we don't require 3, we require only 2 squares. 3 square is 9 and 5 square means 5 square. What is required now? We require 2 square, because 5 is there, we require 2 square. So multiply by 2 square and multiply and divide by 2 square. Let us check by 9 table, because they are common factors. It is a 9 is possible, here division is possible, 9 8 is 72. 1 is not possible, 0. Now you take 2 digits, 18, 9 2s are 18. 9 2s are 18. Yes, now it is 802. 2 square is 4. So 802 into 2 square is 4. By 5 square into 2 square, you can multiply the bases with the same exponent. So finally we get 4 2s are 8, 0 and 4 8s are 32. 3 2 0 8 by 5 2s are 10. We have got 10 square, that is 2 zeros, 100, and we get 2 decimal places, 1 2. How do you take decimal places? How do you count? It's very clear, it's very important, don't get confused. While taking decimal places, decimal point, where do you keep decimal point? That is very important concept. Start counting from units place, from right side, from end. 1 2, we require 2 decimal places, 1 2, so it becomes 32.08. So this is the process, my dear students. Practice well, you'll get perfection. Let's continue the next bit, fourth bit. అయిపోయినా 2 minutes. Yes, now let's see the fourth bit, which is the last bit of this third exercise. And here they have given some numbers, some decimal numbers. These decimal numbers, we have to verify that whether they are rational numbers or not. Can we express this decimal in the form of rational? Do they express in rational form or not? And second thing, we have to check whether they are terminating or non-terminating. or repeating decimal. Let us see the first question. It is 43.123. It's very clear. 43.123 means 1, 2, 3 decimal places are expressed here. So you can take 43, 1, 2, 3. We have, yes, it is 3 decimal places is removed. 3 decimal places are removed. So for that you can take 3 zeros. Now it is very clear that it is a rational number. It is a rational number, and moreover the denominator here, denominator of the form 5 power m, 5 power m. So therefore it is a terminating decimal. It is a terminating decimal. You can write what is your answer? It is a rational number, and also the denominator is in the form of 5 power m, therefore it is a terminate. Coming to this question number 2, here the decimal form, right side, the decimal values are continuously 0 and so on, dash 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 dash. Here the decimal values are continuously, no stop. So therefore you can say that it is not a rational number. It is not a rational number, since you cannot express in P by Q form because of the dots, isn't it? Continuation. There is no end in decimal form. So therefore it is not a rational number. Coming to this, here it's very clear. We have bar for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can say that here decimal place, decimal value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is a repeating decimal, isn't it? It is a repeating, because bar having the digits which are having bar will be repeated. So you can say that this is your answer should be, simply you can write your answer here. This is the given decimal number is a repeating decimal. So therefore the denominator may be either in 2 power n form or 5 power m or both. So therefore it is a rational number. It is a rational number that you can write. It is a repeating decimal. So therefore denominator may be expressed in the form of either 2 power n or 5 power m or both. Therefore it is a rational number. It is a rational number. So my dear students, by this we have completed third exercise. In the next class we will continue fourth exercise. That's all.